It's Friday night. It's like 10 o'clock. Let's color my hair. So as you can see, I have kind of a gingery color all over, and then I have a money piece in the front. I generally do the red 2 to 3 times per one time doing my money piece because the money piece just doesn't need to be done every time. But it definitely needs to be done this time. I've got some major outgrowth there. Originally, I was going to go through and put my color all over first before I did the money piece, but I'm really worried about getting color onto my blonde pieces and not being able to get it off. So I'd rather just have those in foils. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to mix some Matrix Light Master Bleach with some 10 volume cream developer. I only need 10 volume because I only need a few levels of lift, and I need it to go low and slow because I'm going to have time to put the rest of the color on and process it. Since I'm using professional color, and since professional color is not progressive, once it's done, it's done. And since I use such a low volume developer because I only need to deposit and I don't need any gray coverage, hair color's done when it's done, so leaving it on there extra is not going to harm my hair because of the level volume developer or anything like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through, I'm going to brush out my style from today, mix up the bleach, and get these front pieces ready to foil. So I don't have any exact sectioning that I'm doing with these front pieces because they're kind of foiled in funny. But I'm basically going to go through and I'm just going to foil in paper thin slices here up to where my blonde connects. I don't want to overlap because I don't want any kind of breakage. And I'm basically doing this to keep it in foils, 1 for heat control and 2 so that way none of the red gets anywhere because I get a little messy when I color my own hair at home. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and foil all my blonde out, and I'll check in with you guys before we do the red. So my front pieces are done, probably not to the best ability that they could be, but they're done. I wanted to go through and foil in a few more, but I have outgrowth and I was just worried about it not lifting evenly, so we'll save that project for another day when I have more time and patience. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to section my hair off into 4 quadrants and get ready to apply my hair color. I kind of switch my color up every time. I've been wanting to do more of an orangey color, but every time I go to the supply house, all the O's are out. So this time we are using Pravana Chroma Silk 744, which is a 7cc blonde, intense copper blonde. And then I do have some Redken double C additive, and I think I'm going to pop a little bit of that in here just to give it some extra pop. What we're working with, this is Pravana color with some orange kicker, and it's 1 part color to 1 and 1/2 part developer. Normally I would not mix color lines, but since that's just an orange kicker, I figured why not? What's the worst that could possibly happen? It's just going to add more pigment. So I'm going to go ahead, finishing sectioning off my hair. I'm going to go through and do my roots first. I'll let that set for 15 minutes. Then I'll come through and I'll pull through the ends. All right, roots are done. We're going to let this marinate for about 15 minutes. Come back in, do the rest of it. Let it set for another 20 minutes. Wash it out. So I'm terrible at taking pictures, but I went through and colored the rest of my hair. I literally scraped the bowl pretty much clean trying to get all of it covered, but we got it done. I'm going to let this sit on for about 20 minutes just to make sure that everything gets covered and gets a nice rich tone. And then I will go through and wash it all out.